My name is Omar Abasad. It's 4:23 p.m., August 17, 2019. So I'm going to demonstrate to you today's tagging. And it's difficult to get the screen to show at a certain angle of the light. So I have a chandelier right on top of the table, and it's reflecting um, off the screen of the detector. But anyway, so here is the detector. And I isolated out the RF readings, just the radio frequency readings. So I'm just going to demonstrate. This is near the computer. So touching the computer there. See, even though it's touching the computer, see the low readings? Now I'm going to put it near the screen. And it went up to 21. Take it away from the screen. This is the keyboard, right above the keyboard. See the readings go up there? Away from the computer, towards me. And this is me. That's me there. So, and this is sitting on a rubber placemat. So this reading is of me. So I'm going to touch myself with the detector, and that's me. So I'm just going to put my arm right next to the detector. See, it went up a little bit higher. And you'd notice that there are spots on my hand. These are where I get sudden pains. And I'm suspecting that's where I'm pulsed repeatedly. And here we have a different reading. It's higher. Put my hands over the detector and hold it. It went back down a little bit. So it's cycling through. Get my hands away. Put my hands back. And that's this detector going off. That detector going off. And here is the reading. All the way back down to 1.129. So I'm being pulsed. So it's 3 minutes, 38 seconds. And I wasn't looking at the graph there, but I'll check that when I upload it. So the detector is not actually going off on my hand, but this is the detector going off on my obliques. So this is me, and this is the obliques. So that's me going off, the alarm going off on the obliques. Now, if I were to put the detector on my obliques, there you go. This is me touching. The detector is touching the obliques. 34, 28. So it did actually go up. 57, and all the way back to 1.95 when I'm not touching it. So again, me, I'm having a really hard time getting the reflection off the screen. So the obliques, 38. So my obliques are tagged. So let me prove that with this detector. And you can hear the alarm there. So I have a lot of gadgets on my floor, as you can tell, because I've been running a lot of experiments trying to figure out why am I in pain. And I'm getting some of these results. Um, so yeah, so I am tagged. My hands are tagged. So if I were to put this next to my hand, yeah, and the reflection is not, it's very hard to show with the reflection. But here is the tagging. So I'm in pain. The power is being turned up. And I'm going to show you the temperature. So it's 36.5. That's a little bit high. 36.6. 36.5. 36.5. 37.2. So that's where I demonstrated just now the obliques on the right side. So the temperature is consistent with my findings with both detectors, 37.0, 37, 36.8, so it's on its way down, 36.8. So these videos are very amateurish, 36.9, so the other side is now heating up, as you can tell. I'm going to try to get a setup where I can do some more professional 36.6, more professional looking demonstrations. But these impromptu videos are good because it shows that I'm not staging anything. This is what I'm experiencing, and I'm just picking up the camera and recording it as I'm experiencing it. None of this is staged, as you can tell. So, so yeah, so that's me being tagged. Um, I tweeted a bunch of tweets on our SHINI 911. There is a lot of information flowing out of the building, as those tweets reflects. Um, there is no mental illness. There is no mental instability. There is no emotional perturbation. There is a lot of harassment and there is trafficking. And there is a lot of radio frequency signals around my body pointed at specific points in my body causing pain. When the power is turned up, and just now you saw the readings go from 1.9 to 30 plus on my obliques, well, that number sometimes go up to over 600. So you can imagine the intensity of pain. Sometimes it's around my head. So I was thinking that since I tend to verbalize when this happens, when the radio frequency readings are extremely high around my head, especially in my ear, you know, like my ear really, um, I tend to verbalize. So is it possible, since these are experimentations being carried out, these are experiments, um, is it possible that these radio frequency signals are actually beaming or forming the words that I'm saying when I'm verbalizing? So, for example, when I swear, um, or I'm being negative in my verbalization, and and I speak out, and I say things that normally I would not say, even when angry, really angry. There are things that I would not say. Is it possible that the words that comes out of my mouth are actually words being put in there by these radio frequency signals? I'm just saying, is it possible? Seeing that experiments are being carried out, possible? Now, I don't hear voices. I do not hear voices. But is it possible that words can be formed in your mind through the spinal column, uh, through the air canal, um, and bypass the auditory nerve, so you don't hear anything. There are no voices to be heard, but the words are formed in your mind. Is that possible? Because I find myself saying things that is out of character, even when I'm angry with somebody. Um, in public, I do not verbalize. I um, I may walk away. I may feel stressed, but I don't swear. I don't get angry, um, or react angrily. I may tell the person to stop harassing me. I may get upset, but I don't feel um, the need to react violently, physically. Verbally, I will tell the person to stop harassing me. I might walk away. Facial expression may show that I'm not happy with what's being done and said around me. But I do not verbalize the way I verbalize at home. So why is that? Is it possible that when I'm at home, the power is turned up consistently for a longer period of time and in a more focused fashion and in a more organized fashion, like the signals and the planning that goes behind the signals that are sent, aimed at my head and my ear, are planned. Somebody actually sit down and put together these messages, these words that comes out of my mouth. Is it possible? Even though I'm not hearing any voices? Now, could you imagine then? I'm just putting the idea out there. I'm not saying it's happening. I'm just saying this is my observation. I verbalize inside of the house and I don't verbalize outside. I get really stressed out when the power is turned up extremely high, which is when I verbalize. When it's low, like today, um, but painful, but not excruciatingly painful, uh, I don't verbalize. But when it's excruciatingly painful and aimed at my head, especially, or my genitals for that matter, I do verbalize. And I find that if I'm experiencing burning sensations and painful sensations between my legs, I'm also at the same time experiencing a pain in my head as well. So they both go together. So is that how programming is done? I'm just asking the question. And if that's the case, if the answer to those questions um, is yes, then is it possible that using the cell towers and using other means of communication via radio frequencies, whatever devices are being used, is it possible that you can influence whole cities via satellite, cell towers, cell phones, bouncing off signals from one another? Is it possible that you could influence people's thoughts en masse into 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 influencing groups of people to act a certain way en masse to get the results that you want? Say, for instance, somebody is running for a position and they have access to this technology. Is it possible that you could influence votes this way? I'm just saying. Talk to you another time.